destroy the chariots, and I will cut off the cities. And this goes hand in hand with 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter, of thy hand, and throw down all thy strongholds. It says in 12, it says, and I will cut off witchcraft, because your power is from the left-hand side. You know, your power is from the spiritual demon Satan among your elites. That's why you're in power. I mean, the Most High put you in power, but you do things based upon the spiritual demon Satan. That's why we call you the devil. That's why we say you're the physical counterpart of the spiritual demon Satan. All right?
That's right. And you have demon guides that guide you. You know, just like the spirit guides us, you know, the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai guides us, you have actual demon guides that guide you. This guy, John Todd, was bringing that out. How he had demon guides that would guide him into everything he was doing. You know, that's on the left-hand side. You know, this is 2nd Ezra chapter 15. I'll read 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. And one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their action shall stand in their power. And that's what you're seeing now, you know. But this is going to escalate even more, you know, because they're going to stop listening to the president. They're going to stop listening to their congressmen. They're going to stop listening to these Uncle Tom, Al Sharptons, and Reverend Jesse Jacksons, and so on and so forth. And they're going to stop. Some guys, even among General Yohana and Nate, are going to stop listening to them. No, because they're going to see that they basically been had pretty much. You know, they're seeing that the so-called white man is constantly, you know, doing wickedness and getting away with it. You know, and eventually they're going to get tired of hearing these pacifists that basically all they're doing is putting a Band-Aid on a gaping wound. And that's why that thing never dies down, because that wound is still fresh. It's festering. You know, it's a putrid. You know, it's infected.
Yeah, putrefying sore. That's what
right.
the scripture call it.
That's right. And then it's not going to stop until justice is actually served.
Until justice flows like waters. Yeah, that communist said that. That damn communist Martin Lucifer Coon. This here is Zechariah 9 and 12. It says, turn you to the stronghold, ye prisoners of hope. And what's the part of the mantra of Obama? How did he get into office? Hope and change, right? Yes, we can. And you believed that things are going to change for the better. He didn't tell you that things are going. He told you change was coming, right? Well, he didn't lie to you. Change did come. He's declaring martial law. And he's turning this place into a feudalistic society. Okay? So he didn't lie to you. He didn't tell you what he told you about change, and he did tell you about hope. But he didn't tell you that you wasn't gonna have no hope. Okay? It says, turn you to the stronghold, ye prisoners of hope. Hey, when you prisoners of hope, right? That could be a title for another show. Hey, because when you read that line there, prisoners of hope, you think about a bunch of Negroes, a bunch of simple ass Negroes that's standing around looking up in the sky waiting for something, man. You know? That's why you be playing the lotto, man. You be trying to hit that number, you know? Get a better life. That's you a prisoner of hope. It says, you prisoner of hope, even today do I declare that I will render double unto thee. 13. When I have bent Judah for me, filled the bow with Ephraim, and that goes hand in hand, like I read earlier in Isaiah. Isaiah the 11th chapter? It said, fill the bow of Ephraim. Because when this thing really gets kicked off, when this thing is about to explode, the first thing has to happen is Judah and the Latin tribes got to come together. They got to come together. Okay? You got people on the common board, all you different camps to come together. No, we ain't going to come together, man. You got to call on the tribes out there coming together. All right? And Judah is Dino and Ephraim is Might. You know? And that's going to be dynamite, you know? It says for the Lord, I'm sorry, 13 again. It says, when I have bent Judah for me, fill the bow with Ephraim, and raise up thy sons, O Zion. And now all the tribes, they used to teach in the old school, Zion is talking about Judah. It's talking about the whole nation of Israel, man. The Lord just didn't remember Judah. He remembered the whole nation. All right? O sons, thy sons of Zion, against thy sons, O Greece. Now, when you look up that word, go that word, the word Greece in the blue letter, because it should be Yawan, which goes back to the Japhet, which the people of Japhet. That's why you got certain Israelite groups say that the white man are the sons of Japhet. They're not deep researchers, all right? The descendants of the white man, or the white man, they descended from a man by the name of Edom or Esau, all right? And it says, like I said, it says Yawan, all right, Yawan, okay? Which the original people of Yawan are the Japhetic people. So you Edomites, you took over those lands. So now you have that name, that label on you now, because you took over Greece, you know, after Alexander the Greek. And it says, and made thee as the sword of a mighty man. 14. And the Lord Yahweh shall be seen over them. That's them ships that we always talk about, the UFOs, the chariots of Israel, to come and deliver us. And his arrows shall go forth as the lightning, because out of those ships are going to spew forth laser weaponry. And the Lord Yahweh shall blow the trumpet. In the book of Revelation, it speaks of the seven trumpet being blown, and that's when all hell's going to be going to break loose, and shall go with whirlwinds of the south, because these ships whirl around. That's why Esau calls them flying saucers. It says 15, the Lord Yahweh of hosts shall defend them, the Israelites, the sons of Zion, and they shall devour and subdue with sling stones. Now the word subdue, I can't read it. The script is too small. The word subdue with sling stones, and they shall drink and make a noise as to wine, and they shall be filled with like bowls, and as the corners of the altar. And the Lord Yahweh their power shall save them, because we're going to be beamed up into these ships. So you're supposed to pray that martial law comes. You're supposed to pray that the mark of the beast is instituted. You should pray for these riots to take place, because the sooner these things happen, the quicker we out this bitch, you know. It says 16, it says, and the Lord Yahweh their power shall save them in that day when all hell breaks. We're going to be saved when all hell breaks loose, as the flock of his people. For they shall be as the stones of a crown lifted up as a ensign upon his land. And that's us being in the ships and the ship flying away. That's the fulfillment of Psalms 91. It says we're going to look down and we're going to see them 10,000 on thy right side, 1,000 at thy left side, but it shall not come nigh thee. Only with thine eyes shall thou see the reward of the wicked. So we're going to actually see these devils, these Edomites, being destroyed by these missiles, man. We're going to actually see it. It says, a crown lifted up as an ensign upon his land. For how great is his goodness, Most High's goodness, and how great is his beauty. Corn shall make the young men cheerful. In other words, there's not going to be no more GMO corn, you know? And new wine to maids. So we're this close. We're this close to this man going down.
That's right. You know, and that's what we're supposed to be praying for this devil to go down. You know, and